Have you ever noticed how some women don't try harder in bed, yet men become completely obsessed with them? They don't look like they're following a script. They're not performing. And yet, men open up, commit faster, and crave them more. Now here's what shocked me. After listening to over 10,000 men talk candidly, off camera, off record, no filters, the one thing they all secretly want in bed has nothing to do with wild moves, unrealistic fantasies, or copying what you see online. In fact, most men said those things don't even register emotionally. What they want is far deeper. And once you understand it, you'll never look at intimacy the same way again. Because here's the uncomfortable truth no one tells women. Trying to impress a man is often the very thing that disconnects him. Men don't fall deeper through performance. They fall deeper through how they feel around you. And that feeling, it's subtle, it's powerful, and it's something most women are never taught. This is why some women leave men thinking, I don't know what she did to me, but I can't stop thinking about her. Not because she did more, but because she made him feel something rare, seen, chosen, desired in a way that went beyond the physical. In this video, I'm going to reveal the one thing men crave in bed, but struggle to admit, and the 5 emotional signals that create it naturally, without crossing lines, without losing your self-respect, and without doing anything that doesn't feel like you. If you've ever wanted to deepen attraction, create unforgettable chemistry, and keep a man emotionally hooked long after the moment ends, don't click away. This might be the most important shift you ever make. This is where most attraction advice gets it wrong, and where powerful intimacy actually begins. Desire is easy. Desire can be reactive. Desire can happen because of chemistry, attraction, or the moment. But being chosen, that hits a man on a completely different emotional level. When men talk honestly, without ego, without bravado, what they describe isn't just wanting to be wanted. It's wanting to feel like you actively choose them, not because they pursued you, not because they earned it, but because something about them pulled you in. Here's the distinction that changes everything. Desire says, I like this. Being chosen says, I choose you. And men feel that difference immediately. When a man senses that you're not just responding to his energy, but leaning into him, something inside him relaxes and ignites at the same time. It shows up in small, subtle ways. The way you stay present instead of distracted. The way your body language isn't rushed. The way you don't look like you're waiting for the moment to end or escalate, but genuinely enjoying being there with him. That quiet confidence communicates, I'm here because I want to be. And that message is incredibly powerful. Many men grow up feeling like intimacy is something they have to initiate, lead, or earn. So when a woman makes him feel chosen without words, without pressure, it disarms him. It makes him feel desired on a deeper level than surface attraction. Suddenly, he's not trying to impress you. He's connecting with you. And here's what's important for you. Being chosen doesn't mean chasing. It doesn't mean overgiving. It doesn't mean losing your boundaries. In fact, it's the opposite. Being chosen energy comes from self-assuredness. It's calm. It's grounded. It's the energy of a woman who knows she doesn't need a man, but wants this man. That difference is magnetic. Men describe this as feeling seen in a way they don't often experience. When you choose him, he feels singled out. Special, not compared, not tested. Just accepted and wanted in that moment. And that feeling sticks long after the physical moment ends. What he remembers is how you made him feel about himself. This is why overperforming can actually backfire. When a woman tries too hard to impress, it can feel like she's seeking approval rather than choosing him. Men sense that, but when you allow attraction to flow naturally, when you let your attention, curiosity, and warmth move toward him, it creates a sense of emotional intimacy that feels rare. And here's the part most women don't realize. Men often fall harder after intimacy, not during it. Why? Because that's when the meaning sets in. If he felt chosen, he replays it in his mind. He wonders what made him stand out to you. He associates you with confidence, comfort, and connection. That's when attachment deepens. So if you remember nothing else from this point, remember this. You don't need to do more. You need to be intentional. Let him feel that your desire isn't accidental, that your presence isn't passive, that your interest is real. When a man feels chosen, not just wanted, he doesn't just crave you physically. He starts craving your presence, your energy, and the way you make him feel uniquely valued. This is one of the most misunderstood truths about men. And yet, it's the foundation of deep attraction. Despite the stereotype that men are emotionally simple or always confident in intimate situations, the reality is very different. Many men carry quiet pressure into the bedroom, the pressure to perform, to lead, to get everything right. What they secretly want is a space where they can exhale. A space where they don't feel judged, measured, or evaluated. That space is emotional safety. And when you create it, intimacy transforms. Emotional safety doesn't mean being serious or heavy. It means being accepting. When a man feels that he doesn't have to prove himself to you, his natural confidence rises. He becomes more relaxed, more present, more connected. And connection, not intensity, is what creates unforgettable intimacy. Think about how rare this is for men. Many grow up learning that vulnerability equals weakness, especially in romantic or intimate settings. So when a woman brings warmth instead of pressure, curiosity instead of criticism, it disarms him. He stops being in his head and starts being in the moment. And that shift is powerful. For you, this doesn't mean saying the perfect thing. In fact, emotional safety is communicated far more through tone and presence than words. It's in the way you don't rush moments, the way you stay open rather than tense, the way your body language says you're okay here. That subtle acceptance tells him he doesn't need to impress you, he just needs to be. Men often describe this feeling as calming and exciting at the same time. Calming because they feel accepted. Exciting because that acceptance allows desire to deepen naturally. When he feels emotionally safe, he becomes more expressive, more attentive, and more attuned to you. It creates a loop of mutual connection rather than pressure-driven interaction. What's important to understand is that emotional safety doesn't mean lowering standards or ignoring your own needs. It means not turning intimacy into a test. Men shut down when they feel evaluated. They open up when they feel trusted. When you approach moments with openness instead of expectation, he feels invited rather than judged. This is also why comparison kills attraction. When a man senses that he's being compared to past partners, to expectations, to some imaginary ideal, his guard goes up. But when he feels that he's meeting you where you are and you're meeting him where he is, it creates a sense of equality and ease. That ease is what allows intimacy to flow. And here's something women rarely hear. Emotional safety makes men emotionally bond faster. When a man associates you with peace, acceptance, and warmth, his nervous system remembers it. He doesn't just want the moment again, he wants you again. You become the place where he feels relaxed and alive at the same time. This is why the most magnetic women aren't the most performative. They're the most present. They don't force connection, they allow it. They create an environment where a man feels free to be himself. And that freedom makes him feel deeply drawn in. So if you want intimacy to feel deeper, warmer, and more meaningful, focus less on what you're doing and more on what he's feeling around you. When a man feels emotionally safe, he doesn't just enjoy the moment, he attaches meaning to it. And that meaning is what keeps him coming back, emotionally invested and genuinely connected to you. This is a deeply emotional truth that many men carry quietly. From a young age, most men learn that love and approval are conditional. Be successful, be strong, be confident, be useful. Over time, that message settles in. I'm valued for what I provide or how I perform. So when intimacy happens, what many men secretly crave isn't applause for effort, it's reassurance that they themselves are enough. When a man feels desired for who he is, not just what he does, it reaches a part of him that rarely gets touched. Think about how often men receive compliments that are task-based. You're great at this, you handled that well, you're so capable. Those are positive, but they reinforce the idea that worth comes from action. What creates real emotional impact is something different. It's when a woman communicates verbally or non-verbally, I like you, your presence, your energy, the way you make me feel when you're simply being you. That kind of desire is grounding. It tells him he doesn't need to perform to be wanted. In intimate moments, this shows up in subtle but powerful ways. The way you slow down instead of rushing. The way your attention stays on him rather than the outcome. The way your appreciation isn't about technique, but about connection. These signals tell him that his value isn't dependent on getting it right. He feels accepted, and acceptance is incredibly attractive. Men often describe this feeling as relief mixed with closeness. Relief because the pressure drops. Closeness because they feel emotionally met. When a man senses that you're enjoying him, not grading him, he becomes more open, more expressive, and more engaged. Desire flows more naturally because it's no longer forced. This is also where authenticity becomes irresistible. When your interest feels genuine, not performative, not scripted, it allows him to relax into the moment. He doesn't feel like he has to impress you to keep you engaged. He feels like he already has you right there with him. And that sense of being held emotionally creates trust. Here's something important. This kind of desire doesn't come from flattery. Men can sense when compliments are strategic. What they respond to is sincerity. A calm confidence that says, I see you and I like what I see. That doesn't require big words or dramatic gestures. It's often communicated through presence, tone, and attentiveness. When a man feels desired for who he is, it changes how he connects afterward too. He doesn't walk away thinking about whether he measured up. He walks away feeling affirmed. And that affirmation becomes associated with you. You become the person with whom he feels valued, relaxed, and emotionally nourished. This is why men often become more attached to women who make them feel appreciated in this way. Not because the moments were intense, but because they were real. When intimacy feels like a place where he can be himself, not perform a role, it creates emotional safety and attraction at the same time. So if you want to deepen connection, focus less on impressing and more on appreciating. Let your attention say, I like you, not just what you're doing. When a man feels desired for who he is, intimacy stops being a performance and becomes a bond. And that bond is what makes him want to stay, invest, and come back for more. This is where so much pressure disappears once you truly understand it. Men are not lying awake replaying moments, critiquing details, or mentally scoring performance the way many women fear they are. What men consistently admit is this: perfection doesn't create chemistry, presence does. Being fully there, emotionally and energetically, matters far more than doing everything right. Presence is felt instantly. It's the difference between someone who is physically there but mentally elsewhere and someone who is grounded, attentive, and engaged. When a man feels your presence, he feels your interest, and that feeling is far more seductive than flawless execution. Here's why this matters so much to men. Many of them already feel pressure in life to succeed, to lead, to be competent. When intimacy becomes another place where perfection is expected, it stops feeling connecting and starts feeling like a performance. But when a woman brings presence instead of pressure, something shifts. He relaxes. His nervous system calms. He feels accepted in the moment rather than evaluated. Presence shows up in small, powerful ways. It's eye contact that lingers just a little longer. It's responding naturally instead of overthinking how you look or what you should do next. It's allowing pauses instead of rushing to fill space. These moments tell him, I'm here with you, not distracted, not calculating, not elsewhere. And here's the surprising part. Presence creates confidence. When a man feels that you're tuned into him, his own confidence grows. He becomes more attuned to you in return. Intimacy turns into a shared experience instead of two people trying to impress each other. Many women believe they need to be flawless to keep a man engaged. But men consistently say the opposite. What pulls them in is authenticity, the sense that you're comfortable being yourself. When you're present, you're not hiding behind perfection. You're showing real emotion, real reactions, real connection. That's what feels intimate. This also explains why mistakes or awkward moments rarely matter as much as people think. If the connection is there, those moments often deepen closeness rather than ruin it. Men don't fall for perfection. They fall for how they feel around you. And presence creates a feeling of warmth, ease, and mutual enjoyment. Another reason presence matters is that it makes a man feel chosen in real time. When your attention isn't split, when you're not distracted by insecurity or comparison, he feels like he has you in that moment. That undivided attention is incredibly bonding. It tells him he matters right now, not just in theory. And presence doesn't require effort, it requires permission. Permission to let go of self-judgment. Permission to stop trying to manage the outcome. Permission to trust that being yourself is enough. When you give yourself that permission, intimacy becomes lighter, more playful, and more connected. Men remember how they felt in your presence long after the moment ends. They remember the ease, the comfort, the sense that time slowed down. That memory becomes associated with you. You become the person he feels relaxed and alive with at the same time. So if you take one thing from this point, let it be this. You don't need to be perfect to be unforgettable. You need to be present. When a man feels your genuine attention, your emotional availability, and your willingness to be in the moment with him, attraction deepens naturally. Presence isn't just enough, it's powerful. This is the hidden truth that most women don't realize. Men crave the knowledge that their actions, their words, their touch, their presence actually has an effect on you. It's not about control or ego. It's about validation, intimacy, and connection. When a man senses that he moves you, elicits a response. A smile, a shiver, a laugh, it signals that he matters to you. And when a man feels that way, he becomes emotionally invested in a way that's impossible to fake. Think about it. Men spend a lot of their lives in roles where their impact is measured by outcomes, accomplishments, or tasks. At work, they're judged by results. In society, they're judged by achievements. But in intimacy, they want to see the effect they have simply by being themselves. That's why subtle reactions from you, like leaning into him, making eye contact, laughing at his jokes, showing delight at his touch, are more powerful than anything scripted. It tells him, you make me feel something real. This desire to affect you isn't manipulative, it's deeply emotional. Men are drawn to experiences where they feel alive and appreciated in a way that goes beyond words. When they notice that their presence lights up your mood or evokes emotion, it confirms that they are seen, wanted, and impactful. And that feeling strengthens attraction far more than physical gestures alone ever could. The key here is authenticity. Overacting or exaggerating reactions can feel performative and push him away. Men can sense when something is fake. What truly hooks him is subtle, real feedback, like a breathy laugh when he says something clever, a relaxed sigh when he holds you close, or a soft smile when he looks at you. These reactions show him that he isn't just performing for you, he genuinely affects you. Another powerful aspect of this is responsiveness. When a man feels that his actions influence your feelings or the energy between you, it gives him emotional confidence. He becomes more attuned to you, more engaged, and more willing to invest energy in the connection. This isn't just about sex, it's about emotional and energetic chemistry that keeps him coming back for more. It's also important to recognize that this works best when paired with boundaries and self-respect. Men want to affect you, but they also respect a woman who is selective with her energy. The balance between openness and standards communicates, I respond to you because I want to, not because I have to. That selective responsiveness is intoxicating and creates a deep emotional pull. Finally, consider the long-term effect. When a man consistently feels that he moves you, it creates a feedback loop of intimacy. He feels validated, you feel appreciated, and attraction grows naturally. He doesn't just want a moment, he wants you because the emotional connection he experiences with you feels rare, unique, and rewarding. So if you remember one thing about this point, it's this: men don't just want to be desired. They want to feel that their presence, their touch, and their actions genuinely affect you. When he experiences that, he's not just physically drawn to you, he's emotionally attached. And emotional attachment is the strongest form of connection there is. So let's take a moment to wrap this up and make it crystal clear. Over 10,000 men have shared with us what they truly want in bed, and it's not flashy moves or complicated techniques. It's the emotional connection behind the moment, feeling chosen, feeling safe, feeling desired for who they are, sensing your full presence, and knowing that they affect you. When you bring these 5 elements into intimacy, you're not just creating chemistry, you're creating a magnetic, unforgettable bond that keeps him drawn to you emotionally and physically. Here's the takeaway: you don't have to perform, overthink, or try to be someone you're not. The men you want are looking for authenticity, attention, and emotional resonance. They want to feel that what they do matters to you, that they're seen, and that their presence genuinely moves you. That's the kind of connection that lasts long after the moment is over. Now, I want you to pause and reflect. Which of these 5 points do you feel you naturally bring into your relationships? Which one could you strengthen today to deepen attraction and emotional intimacy? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear your experiences and questions. And here's my invitation. If this video resonated with you, don't just watch it. Take notes and practice these subtle yet powerful shifts. The women who understand this secret consistently see deeper attraction, stronger connection, and more meaningful intimacy with the men they care about. So, like this video if it helped you, subscribe for more insights into attraction and relationship, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a tip that can transform your love life. And most importantly, leave a comment sharing which point you're going to focus on. First, because the conversation starts here, and I'd love to continue with you. Remember, connection isn't complicated, it's emotional, present, and real. You've got this.